Assalamualaikum. My name is Rita Gul and I am a level 1 student at Rahani School, Islamabad campus. So yes, as you know, we always come with a new guest. So today as well, we have a very special guest and her name is Brenda. Today we will learn about her life and ask her some questions. So let's get started. First of all, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for asking me to join you today. I'm really looking forward to the interview.
Okay. Can you tell me about your background and where are you grew up?
Definitely. Well, I grew up in a small village in northern Ontario in the beautiful country of Canada, where I have remained living. I lived in a small community at first where everyone knew everybody. And so there was that closeness and everyone looking out for each other's children. So, but when I was a teenager, my parents decided in order to have better opportunities, that we would go to a larger city. So we moved to a larger city, still in Ontario, and I found it really difficult at first because I was so used to a small paced little town. But time went on, I really grew to love it. I love the diversity of the larger opportunities. I just loved all the larger city had to offer. So then I went away to university and I studied both nutrition and business. Then after that, I started building a career. So I joined a very large company. I started off manager and I managed to work my way up to become the first female vice president of a sector in this large organization. So, and totally understand that women have this ability to go on further in their lives. So, I worked in the corporation for about 30 years. I found everything started to change during the pandemic, as I'm sure it did in many businesses. I had to relocate several of my team to other divisions because the money, the revenue just was not there. So it was during that time that I decided I was going to do something different. I was starting to feel burnout from the corporate role. So I decided that, wow, I'm going to take my experience and my knowledge and my know how, and I am going to build a support women. And that's when I started my own company called Women in Action Leadership Series, Inc. So, what I do is I train and I coach one on one, I coach women to actually help them build confidence in order that will have the confidence to move forward in their careers. And sometimes I coach women just to help them move forward in their lives. So I'm really happy and very passionate about what I do now and company. And when I took that short sabbatical between the corporate world and starting my own business, I also became a certified psychology coach. I became a certified trainer. I was fortunate to be a world speaker where I was invited to speak on male issues and why women are held back in the leadership roles. But I have found my niche in my life, and that definitely helping women build confidence and help them move forward.
Oh, that's a really amazing. Okay, so my next question is from you that why are the number of women in senior managerial po- positions so low compared to men?
Well, it has to do with society. And in fact, women today, we only occupy 32% of the senior managerial positions in high business levels, high corporation. Many of these reasons because of society impressions. Women should be at home. Women should be moms. Women should be caretakers, not women the opportunity opportunity that they need to move forward. There's still what I call so much of the old school thinking in corporations and businesses. And that is often that women are not strong enough. Women cannot handle what men can handle in the way of in the way of large problems. But women definitely can. So when you look at society, look at different parts of the world where many women go to work. So society is playing a big part in this. Also companies when they hire for mentors or people to grow within organizations, they usually hire men. And this is just an old way at it. The other thing that I noticed too is that there's such still today a wage discrepancy between women and men. And me too. I was in the corporate world until I addressed it. But typically women make 70 cents out of every dollar. So roughly you can say we make 30 less in the business world. But those are the main reasons. And that's a big part of the reason why, all of the reasons why I started my own company, because I saw the inequality in the workplace and totally understand that in order to move that needle forward and have more 32% of women in senior managerial positions, I had to do my part and take my passion and work with other women and work with younger women like yourself to see how can we as women work together to move forward. I think that would be my main answer.
It's a really good. I'm impressed. So my next question is from you that what do you see as the top three values of a strong leader?
Okay. As a strong leader, definitely, first of all, I'd say there are several values that you need. But I have to say that it's trust. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust that you can do the. You have to be willing to put yourself out there, to learn along the way, to adapt along the way. I'm going to say one other thing too, besides trust. I would say that an important value to me as a leader and still as a leader is to help see and understand their role. It, overall, it's have trust in who you're working with, trust in who your coach is, trust that you can do the right thing. Then it's all about team. I never became successful in my business without a strong team. So every woman has to learn to be that leader, team leader, so that she doesn't only help herself move along, but she helps women grow so that they can one day take that torch and move up in business.
Okay, good. That's a really good. My next question is from you that how can women start building their confidence at a young age?
At a young age, that's what's really, as you mentioned, really has started. So, first of all, I'd say participate in whatever activities that you can participate in when you're young. Because when you're young, you're open. Everybody's, I find that people's minds are just like little sieves, right? They want to learn as much as they can. So start building your confidence. Participate in what's happening in your school or what's happening in your community. Even if this just volunteering to help in a club, volunteering to help manage soccer activities, other activities. But put yourself out there to help you start building your confidence when you're younger. And as you do that, you're also see that you're starting to build your leadership skill. And to be a leader, I'm not leaders in big corporations. Not everybody wants to be a leader in a corporation, or not everybody wants business. But everybody can be a leader. Every woman can be a leader in what they participate in. So have go after it, start small, and you'll be moving on to bigger things.
Exactly. You are absolutely right. So my next question is from you that is everyone capable of being a leader?
Everyone is capable of being a leader. Everyone is. And often, often I have worked with women who became very strong leaders, but they were more introverted than outroverted, right? I'm a very outroverted person. I love people. I love being out there and seeing what's going on in this great big world. But had ladies who worked under me who were introverted, but very strong leaders. And as I mentioned earlier, not everyone wants to be a leader. But when you're a strong leader, you need strong people on your team. But everybody has that capability. Yes, they do have that capability to be a leader. But they can't let other people dictate, regardless if they're your friends. Women, when they're younger, can't really let people dictate to them, what are you going to do? Or you should be going this pathway, or you should be going that pathway. It's important to feel, where's my passion? Where are my goals? And what do I want to do with myself? That success happens.
Okay, that's a really good. Oh, next question is from you that tell us why you started your own business and what is the focus of your business.
I started my own business, as I mentioned earlier, a lot to do with the inequities that I saw when I was in senior leadership. I saw women being for positions that they were more than capable of doing. I saw being brought into the company and being mentored when there were plenty of other women should have had opportunity, but they just were not given it. And that inequity in recognition, the inequity in pay, that inequity of saying that women weren't strong enough, that women were too empathetic, that we couldn't hold a senior managerial job. So, all of what I experienced in my corporate role led me mindset that I want to make a difference for women. And I know I can make a difference because having had the experience, and I did have times too when my confidence wasn't as high as it should be. But what I did is I would always do a lot of mindfulness techniques. I still do today. I still read positive affirmations today that are very relevant to women. So when you live a certain path, you then know how best to address that path. So that's what brought me into my training program, Unleash Your. That's a 7 module training program. It's a leadership training program. But I have had women take young women, 14 and 15 years of age, participate in my program. So it's just not just for, I've had older women who've been out in the workplace for many years and are looking to go back into the workplace. So I run my Unleash Your Brilliance program a year. It's my signature program. And then I also do my EmpowerHER coaching, this one-to-one coaching. where I help identify really what is their problem, what is the main problem, how am I going to help them move forward. And I would say 70% of the time, women's problem is the imposter syndrome, that feeling that I'm not good enough, I can't do it. And when I was in the business world too, I saw a man rolling their eyes sometimes when I spoke, but I also thought, I know what I'm about. So it took a while to gain that respect, but I gained it. And I know that every woman can gain that respect. We just have to put ourselves out there and learn, study with someone like myself in there. My goal for every woman is that every woman has the opportunity to find her power and really where she belongs.
Okay, that's a really good. And I want to share your website with my viewers.
Mm-hmm.
So today
Definitely.
I'm
Want,
oh okay. Today I am
do you
excited
want me?
to introduce. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Website, and thank you for giving me that opportunity, is www.wialseries.com.
Okay.
Inside my website, you're going to find the background of who I am. You'll find out about my programs. You will also read the nice testimonials I'm so lucky to have from women that I have worked with and through training and through coaching. So thank you for letting me give that.
Okay. Today I'm excited to introduce Brenda and her amazing initiative, Women in Action Leadership Series. Through her 7-module internship training program, Unleash Your Brilliance, she empowers women to discover their full potential and step confidently into leadership roles. She also offers personalized one-on-one empower her coaching to provide guidance, support, and actionable strategies tailored to each woman's journey. You can learn more and access her resource at her website www.wialseries.com. I can mention it in my captions.
Great. Thank you for that.
No worry. By the way, it's a really good. Okay, so my next question is from you that what would you tell young women today about preparing for a leadership role?
First of all, I hope a lot of young women out there decide to go into a leader role. I know it's not for everyone, but I would say, first of all, make sure, ensure what your goals are. What do you want to do with your life? So give that thought, because when you start young and you start to think that way, you'll grow and grow faster. So my advice would definitely be, set a game plan for yourself. I always say, build a roadmap. And where do you see yourself at the end of that roadmap? Where do you see are the points on that road? And always understand that nothing is linear. Things change. So my roadmap created it. It was not a straight roadmap. There were hills and there were valleys, and there were times I didn't meet goals, but set your goals, create a roadmap. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just on paper that say, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to get it. Also, recognize yourself. Recognize yourself for every small achievement you have, because those small stones, little small stepping stones, are going to lead you to what you want to do. Believe in yourself. Always believe in yourself and follow your heart, follow your heart, follow your soul, that this is really what you want to do. Realize
Exactly.
that there are going to be challenges, but you will get there.
Amazing. So my next question is from you that what motivates you in your life?
First of all, I get motivated by realizing that I'm alive every day. I say little gratitude prayers when I get up in the morning. Um, so life overall motivates me. I've been one who's happy, lucky to be able to achieve what I want to do, women in my life, parents. But what motivates me the most is I can make a difference. Even if it's a small difference, that I have the knowledge and the capabilities and the know how to make a difference and make a difference in women's lives. Young women, middle aged, older women, I can help them make a difference in their life. And see, and hopefully see that, as I mentioned earlier, move from only 2%, that every year women work together. And I network with a lot of women to move younger women forward. That actually motivates. Seeing the hundreds of women that I've had the opportunity throughout my career to coach in business and in my own business, and seeing these women having that strength and that confidence to move forward makes me. And that's what continues to motivate me in my business as well. I also do a lot of volunteer work, speak at schools and universities for just to meet young and listen to them and have the opportunity to get my insight into what the business world really looks like. So I'm motivated by life itself. I am motivated by knowing I'm making a difference to women out there.
That's a really good. So my next question is from you that how do you handle challenges or failure?
Well, we're all going to have challenges, right? I've had many in my life as well. So when you know you're coming up to a challenge and a challenge is happening, what I do is I sit and I reflect about the challenge. Really, what is the challenge? Identify the challenge. What can you do to compensate so that challenge just doesn't take over your life? So I break it down into pieces. I do a lot with breaking challenges down into little pieces so that when you break down any challenge you have into small pieces, you realize into small chunks. You soon realize that, wow, I can do this, I can do this. I need to get help to do this. And be afraid or intimidated or think somebody's going to think you don't know what you're doing. Never feel that way because you've got to be prepared and know where you can go for support. Expect a challenge in your home life. It could be school, it could eventually be your family, it could be your health. But whatever that challenge is, seek support. Close girl, very great for me when I was going through university. I think I could do some courses. So don't be afraid of challenges because everybody has them. So don't be afraid to attack the challenge, but take your time. And you won't know the answer often overnight. It takes time, it takes discussion, it takes deep down, often into your soul and your heart, as to how can you get through that challenge. So face the challenge, break it into chunks, go for support. Don't feel that you can't support. Don't feel that people are. and I think, oh, well, she doesn't even know what she's doing. Put yourself out there. Build that little roadmap. When you actually are moving along, what I would do with my little stones is I would X my little stones out. I did that a lot since I was little. I do these stepping stones because I heard my parents talking about stepping stones and to life. And so I would draw my little stones, even the challenges were small. But when you're younger, all challenges seem so huge to you. So attack them because as women, you can overcome any challenge.
Yeah. Okay. So my next question is from you that what advice would you give a young people today?
Young people today, go after what you want. Don't stifle yourself thinking that you can't do it. I'm incapable of doing it. Maybe I'm not smart enough to do it. Challenge yourself. Know what your goals are. Know what your passion is. Find the way to make your come true. And goals are your goals. And it's not up to anyone to tell us what our goals should be. You know,
Exactly.
too much today, often today, young people, you know, think they're incapable or they have a family member that's been really successful, that they can't be as successful. They can. Go after what you want. That's my biggest line.
Okay. Nice. So our interview's time is up. Thank you for your time. Any advice would you
Thank
like to share with our audience?
you. The last with your audience is that the world is a place and find place in that world. But also when you find your place, think of the diversity that's in the world. Think of the opportunities. Think of community. Think of really where you belong. And find, your road to there. The world is a very difficult place now. There is a lot of people are dealing with a lot more stress. There's so much unsettlement in the world. But young people have got to find a way to move from that and understand each other, understand the diversity, understand what diversity brings to the workplace, what diversity brings to our world. I work with a lot of diversity, different people, different culture. I hired different cultures when I was at world. Everyone has something to give. Everyone has something to offer. Just know that it's out there.
Thank you so much for giving us a short advice. I'm really thankful to you to give me your important time. Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you.
Nice to meet you too. And I really enjoyed it. Thanks for this opportunity. Have a great
Okay.
day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this brings us to the end of today's interview. We really hope you enjoyed it and found it interesting and informative. It was a wonderful experience talking with our guest today, and we learned many valuable lessons from her life journey, experiences, and thoughts. Conversation like these help us grow, learn new perspective, and feel inspired to move forward with positively. We are very thankful to our guest for giving us her precious time and sharing her insights with us. We hope you also learned something meaningful from this interview. We will back soon with another inspiring interview and a new special guest. Until then, take care, stay motivated. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.